All right, I hope everyone had a good day today. The morning was super tradable. I obviously didn't make any fucking money because I'm disabled, but if you did make money, congratulations. There were some really nice setups to be taken in this morning, and one nice one in the PM too. So for today's daily recap, instead of kind of just going over what happened generally, I'm gonna go over some power of three stuff, because I think a lot of people neglect to take into account the importance of power of three in their market maker model executions. MMXM, I mean, it can be buy side, it can be sell side, whatever it is, as well as like just the importance of levels and reaction to levels. And I think that there is something to be learned here, and something that I definitely noticed while it was happening, but just didn't take advantage of it, because I'm gonna be honest, me and my friend were fucking around, and I lost a dumb, I literally shorted the bottom and bought the top. Like, you know, it happens to the best of us. So anyways, that's not important. What I want to talk about is power of three. So obviously, power of three, right? Candle generates, boom. We got some dude, I can't even draw on this shit. Hold on, let me go to MS Paint. Candle forms, or we got like, you know, whatever. We got some fucking candle, right? We got the wick, and we got the wick. I mean, if you already know what power of three is, you can just like skip 30 seconds ahead. But basically, let's say this is a green candle. So this is a green candle. So the start of the candle is going to want to create some wick, right? And that means we're going to want to go down. And then we're going to fill in the bot for the body here. Then the price is, this is going to be the low of this candle, and we're going to push all the way up here. We're going to create some high, and then we're going to come back down and close here, right? So this is power of three. We've got like manipulation here, distribution here, and then like, you know, just kind of settling down right here, right? So that's all pretty logical stuff, and you could just flip it for a bearish candle. So generally the idea is you want to pay close attention to things like the 4-hour chart. For example, the 4-hour chart is usually pretty clear when it comes to like general trendy price action. Like if you're trading MMXM, the chart that's probably most important for you is the 4-hour chart. It's very, very telling. You can learn a lot from the 4-hour chart, how it reacts to certain levels, where the gaps in the liquidity are, where the equal lows and equal highs are, where we are in the range, just generally speaking. And so therefore, when you're trading MMXM, power of three becomes very important in order to take advantage, full advantage of every swing. So today there were some really nice examples of power of three for green candles. So yesterday's video, I talked about how the obvious draw for liquidity was this low right here. So we were going to take care of this low. That was the goal. We were going to take care of this low. We were going to react to it, see what happened. Obviously, we bounced back off of it. So now we're looking to, I want to see us fill in a bit of this wick, but that's not very relevant right now to what we're talking about. So right off the bat, like you can see in the opening 4-hour candle wicked out these lows that were our target and closed above it, right? So obviously this is a bullish close candle. It's a red candle, but it's a bullish closing candle, because we wicked out these lows. We closed well above the lows, like 20 points, whatever that is. And now we're looking to go back up. This is just a bearish or a bullish structure. We're looking at bullish buys here. We go to the 1-minute chart. You can see that during the opening phase, we already wicked this out, right? The new 4-hour candle opens at this gray line right here. So this gray line is going to be the open of the new 4-hour candle, 10 a.m. So the new 4-hour candle opens at this level right here. And as soon as the 4-hour candle opens, we get 10 a.m. news, right? So we get a little volatility injection, a little bit of chop. So now when we can pause right here. I don't even know if I can use this function. Yeah, okay, never mind. But if we pause, if we just ignore all this bullshit over here and we just stop like right here, what are we expecting? Well, what we just learned from power of three, we learned that this candle's going to open somewhere. Maybe we're inside the body of it at the start, because the 4-hour candle is a lot of time. We've got a very long timeline where a lot of things can happen, right? If this is just 4 hours, right? So maybe we start up here, but when we see this candle, and we see this 4-hour candle shoot straight up like it did in this example here, there's no wick. There's no wick to the downside for this 4-hour candle. And every 4-hour candle has a wick generally. Like this very, very rare you see a candle with no wick or little wick. So we do want to test this level again. And so when we're at this point in the power of three, we can expect some sort of manipulation down, which is exactly what we get continuing on with this news volatility here. We get this manipulation down here, and we've got this extra liquidity marked out that I marked out, and you can see it more clearly on the 30-minute chart. So we've got this wick right here, which is sell side liquidity, which you can use as a target for this manipulation here, because we have the local low created by the first swing down right here. We have this local low created, and so you can guess at the very least this 4-hour manipulation is going to come back down and retest this wick level, because we're going to need liquidity if we're going to push back up, right? So As we can see here in this example, we push back down and take the liquid, and then we get a strong reaction off of this level right here and off of this liquid, right? So since we're expecting a bullish 4-hour candle at this point, as soon as we see this huge manipulation down, we're looking at basically any entry to be valid here, any positive entry. As soon as you see a strong reaction off this level here, this green candle closes back above this liquidity, you can take this inversion. I didn't take this inversion. I honestly didn't see it. I was looking at something else. But I saw it like right after it happened, and I was punching myself for not taking it because this is just a free 100 points. At this point, there's another inversion setup right here, which is actually a lot prettier in terms of just IFVG theory. And this technically isn't an entry right away because there's 2 stacked gaps, but you can enter on the retest right here. So this gap holds pretty nicely. You can enter on this retest, and then we push higher. But after this manipulation, we pop back up. Now the 4-hour candle is confidently bullish. We're looking at the 4-hour candle. It traces back down. Pretty reluctant trace back down. Very trendy, but we're just looking to retest this level again. And we did that. Filled in this gap here. We've got this gap. We've got this balanced price range right here. We've got this balanced price range right here that's created after respecting this balanced price range. And then we bounce back out of it, and we're targeting these relative equal highs up here. This is just a really clean buy model, and Power of 3 gives you a lot more insight. So that's the first example I wanted to cover. It's definitely something that I've been trying to work on focusing in my trades a lot more because I wasn't really paying a lot of attention to it before. And as I'm watching the charts, this is just the Power of 3 is giving me a lot more clarity here. As well as just paying attention to the reactions off these levels, whether we actually want to stay bullish or if we're just going to flip back down. So this is another Power of 3. This was actually a 30-minute Power of 3. So as we're looking at this 30-minute candle right here, we've got a wick. So at this point, the 30-minute candle had just opened, 2 o'clock, 30-minute candle open, straight down, body straight down, right? The body comes straight down and takes out liquidity here. We've got a bit of sell side created right here with this nice wick. And then, so we take out this sell side with a strong body down. And so this candle right now, as that candle's forming, it literally just looks like this. We've got our top here, and then it's just straight wick down. So we know that now, since this 30-minute candle has created this wick down here, we want to see a pushback up to create some sort of body, especially because at this point in the day, we're still bullish because we still have higher targets that we haven't reached yet, or at least we haven't seen a market structure to bearish on any time frame, really. This is just sideways chop. We're looking for something a lot more definitive if we want to actually start taking proper shorts here and not I took a short and basically broke even because I was trying to trade this inversion right here. I took the pullback, held it for a while, just cut, whatever. This is a nice inversion setup that I didn't take. I didn't have conviction because of this chop. I wasn't sure if it was actually going to run, but retrospectively, it was a nice run and something I'll definitely be looking out for in the future because we have this 30-minute Power of 3, which instantly creates this wick of the 30-minute candle. And now, since we have the wick and we have no body, we want to see this push at least back up to this liquidity, this relative equal highs right here, to create some sort of body for the 30-minute candle. So that's a nice short-term target. We hit here, we can move stop to break even, we can do whatever we want and see where it goes. And this one actually ended up running quite nicely. This is a nice 50-point trade. So this would have been a really nice execution had taken into account the 30-minute Power of 3, taking into account the structure that hasn't shifted yet. All in all, I think that Power of 3 gives a lot more clarity than some people realize. So after today, we obviously had a really strong reaction off of this level here. We swept the liquidity. It's obviously just a liquidity sweep. We can see the bodies are respecting this fair value gap quite nicely, staying above 50% range. This is going to go, we're testing this high again. We're either testing this high again or we're just going to chop in this range because remember the market's closed on Thursday, and half market on Wednesday. So this is not, I'm not, like I said during the weekly analysis, not looking for anything too spectacular here, but I'm going to be looking for trades, manipulation down, longs up. That's what I'm going to be looking at. So yeah, it's all going according to plan. Hopefully I can get some winners tomorrow and not shit the bed. And I will see you guys later. Peace.